Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Certificate Course in Sage Business Cloud Accounting Software. Today, we will start from Banking module. From this Banking module, you can create bank accounts. You can enter transactions, bank payment, bank receipts, and you can do the bank reconciliation. From reports, you can generate transaction reports, cash movement report, cash flow reports. From special, you can adjust your bank and credit card opening balances. Okay, let's start from banking. Add a bank or credit card. Here you can enter your bank account name. And from category, if you have any current account, fixed deposit, petty cash, savings accounts, you can create from add new category. You can enter that category name and you can save. Right, next, if you have any default payment method, you can select that payment method. For an example, when you enter any receipts or payment, you can go to customers, transactions, customer receipts, and click add receipt. Now, when you enter any receipt, you can see default payment method. So if you set any default payment method here, it will apply when you enter receipts or payment. Next, bank name. Now, bank name also you can enter type your bank, and this bank account name, if you want, you can enter any account number also. Okay. Next, account number, you can enter your bank account number, and branch name. You can enter branch code. If you are using any foreign currency bank account, you can select that foreign currency. Or if you are using any local bank, you can enter currency. And if you are implementing the system for all company, you may have opening balances. And if you have any opening balance, you can enter opening balance amount and opening balance asset date. Asset date, of course, it should be your system implementation date. If you want, you can attach any documents here or notes you can attach. After that, you can save your bank account. After you create your bank accounts, you can view your bank accounts from this list of banks and credit cards. You can view bank account name, bank name, account number, branch name, branch code, bank account balance. And if you have any foreign currency bank accounts, you can view that balance in foreign currency. This grid also you can customize by customize grid. You can sort by multi-column. If you want to search, you can search. Right. Next, we will move to bank and credit card categories. From here, you can create your categories such as current account, fixed deposit, petty cash, savings account, money market account, like that. You can create your bank and credit card categories. By clicking add category, you can create your bank and credit card categories. Next, we will move to quick entry rules. Now, the main purpose of this quick entry rule is you can type any payee name, and after that, system will fill other details such as description, account type, and selection. Now, for an example, we have created BC for bank charges, and we will enter one quick entry rule. You can go to banking. Now you can see when you are creating bank accounts or when you are entering transaction for this bank account, this account automatically selected. This is because of we have set that account as a default bank account. You can see this bank account we have created as default bank account. Therefore, when you are entering any transaction, this bank account will display as default bank account. Okay. Next, we will enter that quick entry rule BC. Now you can see system will fill description, type, and selection. Okay. This will select bank charges as expense account. Next, you can enter reference and bank charge amount, and you can save. We'll do another example. Now CEB. When you enter CEB, system will enter the description, selection. System has selected that GL account. We'll go for another example, PWH. Description, software renewal, and it has changed that type to supplier, and selection, PW Holdings. Right, like that you can set quick entry rules, and by setting these quick entry rules, you can save your time. You can save your data entry time by using these quick entry rules. If you want, you can set a new quick entry rule by enter here payee name. In description, you can type. You can set type to account, customer, supplier, transfer tax. Then from here, you can select selection. If you select account, you can select GL accounts. If you set customer, you can select customers. If you select supplier, you can set supplier names. If you set transfer, you can select bank accounts. Like that, you can set your quick entry rules, and you can add quick entry rules by clicking this plus button. And if you want to remove any quick entry rule, you can delete by clicking this red color button. Next, manage bank feeds. bank statement mapping rule. From here, you can type that any word search in the bank statement. After that, system will automatically select the type, selection, tax rates, and pay name and accounting display description. Okay, you can import your bank statement from the system, and when you are importing the bank statement, system will search this word. After that, system will fill other details like customer, selection, tax, pay name, accounting description. Like that, system will fill those details. Right. For an example, if you have any large number of transactions, you can import your bank statement. Then when you are importing your bank statement, system will, if you set any bank statement word, search for bank statement, then system will check this word, and system will update other details, okay, like type, selection, tax rate, pay name, accounting display description. Those details will fill by the system. Right. Next, we will move to transactions. First, we can enter banking transactions. Go to banking, transaction, banking. And if you have set any bank account, system will automatically display that bank account as default bank account. And after that, you can view bank balance. If it is red color or minus, you have minus balance or debit balance. If you have now your bank account has debit balance or credit balance, it will display in blue color. And you can view number of transactions. Right. After you select your bank account, you can enter pay name, description, and you can select type. You can select account, customer, supplier, transfer, or tax from this drop-down menu. Okay. If you want to pay or enter receipt for GL account, you can select account. Then from selection, you can select your GL accounts. And if you select customer, you can select your customers from the selection. If you select supplier, you can select your suppliers from your selection. If you select transfer, you can select your bank accounts. If you select tax, you can pay your tax. Okay, like that, you can select your type and you can select your selection. Next, you can enter reference. Now, if customer pay by check, you can enter check number, or by credit card, you can enter credit card, or if it is a bank transfer, you can enter that bank transaction number. Same way, if you are paying to your supplier, you can enter that check number or credit card number or bank transaction number. Next, if you are paying for supplier, you can enter under spent. If your customer pay you, you can enter under receipt. Okay. Here also, if you have any analysis code, you can select your analysis codes. And if it is not displayed, you can set from this customized grid and you can tick required analysis code. If you tick this, system will display those analysis codes. Next, if you want to allocate this amount to any outstanding invoice, by clicking this allocate button, you can allocate. You can view unpaid invoices and you can tick which invoice your customer is going to pay. If you tick paid, system will display under paid invoices. Next, if you want to add payment method, you can click this arrow and you can select that payment method: cash, check, credit card, EFT. EFT is electronic fund transfer, and if you are giving a discount for this customer, you can enter that discount here. In addition to that, you can select your analysis code. If you want to add any comment, you can add that comment here. And if you want to view user-defined fields, by clicking this user-defined fields, you can add your user-defined fields. Next, if you want to attach any document, by clicking this file mark, you can attach your documents. Next, now for an example, from one receipt, you want to settle 2 customers, or one transaction you want to enter for 2 GL accounts, or from one supplier payment you want to pay for 2 suppliers. In that case, you can use this split method. After that, you can select your customer. Okay, I'll select type as account and click this split transaction. From here, you can select enter description, account. I'll enter. Now we are going to pay 1,000. You can go to split description, advertising. I'll pay advertising 250. And next line, I'll enter computer expenses 750. I'll delete last line. Okay, right now you can see split total is 1,000, remainder 0, and payment total 1,000. Our payment total also 1,000, therefore this is tally. Now if you have entered 700, you can see there's a remainder 50, so you need to balance that. After that, you need to enter a transaction till remainder is 0. After that, you can save. After save, is there any split transaction? You cannot view that type of selection. If you want to view from here, you can view. Okay. And if you want to change split, by clicking change split, you can change your split transaction. After that, you can save your transaction. And also, when you are enter your customer receipts or supplier payments, those transactions also will display here. Okay, your receipts and payments also display under bank transaction, and you can use this bank transaction to enter such as bank charges and account payments. Those things you can enter from under banking. And there's another option. Now you can enter transaction here. After that, after you review transaction, you can review your transactions. After that, it will move to review transactions. Okay. Now for an example, if we review this transaction, mark selected as reviewed, then this transaction will move to, now you cannot see under a new transaction, it will move to review transaction. Okay. Now main purpose of this review transaction is your assistant or one user can enter transaction. After that, higher level person can check and review that transaction. Okay. And if you have any notes or bank statement mapping rule, you can view from here. After that, you can save. Now, if you haven't saved your transaction, those unsaved transactions will display in blue color. If you save, it will change to black. Okay. Right. And also, if you want to delete any transaction, you can delete from here. And after you select your transactions, you can delete from here. Okay, there are a few advanced options. Now you can see there are a few inactivated buttons. If you tick, it will activate it. Now if you want to mark as review this selected transaction, you can tick this or click mark as reviewed. And if you want to delete transaction, you can select that transactions and you can delete. Next, keep duplicates. You can import your bank statement to the system, and when you are importing, is there any same transaction such as same date, same description, same amount, system will identify those transactions as duplicate transaction. So actually those transactions available, you can click this keep duplicates, or if it is a duplicate or by mistakenly import those transactions, you can delete those transactions. Next, batch edit. Now, if you want to change more than one transaction, you can tick those transactions and you can click batch edit. And after that, you can change. Okay, now you can see if I select one, it will change all other selected type and selection. We'll do it again, finish. Now I'll select these three and I'll again do batch edit, and here I'll change this account to custom. So then other two transactions also type will change to customer. Here I select customer, then it will change that customer. Like that, if you want to change more than one transaction, you can tick those transactions, and from batch edit, you can change those transactions. After that, you can click finish edit and you can save. Like that, you can edit your transactions. Okay, next, import bank statement. Now, if you want to import your bank statement from here, you can import your bank statement. You can click this import bank statement, and from this import file type, you can select CSV or historic CSV, and you can import that your bank statement. Okay. From here, you can download Example, you can view that CSV file. Right, now if you select historic CSV, you can enter that date, pay, description, type, selection, reference, tax type, those details you can import. And also comment analysis code also you can import. And if you select CSV, you can import only date, description, amount. Okay. Now, if you select historic CSV, you can import date, pay name, description, type, selection, reference, tax type, tax amount, total, reconcile, comment, and analysis code also you can import to the system. Okay. And also you can download this format by clicking this download an example. After that, you can edit that details and import to the system. And if you want to export, you can export this transaction by clicking this export button. And when you are importing your bank statement, you have two options. You can upload by date range, and if you want to import all transactions, you can select this all transaction. And if you want to import only specific dates, you can select these dates to import, and you can select from date and to date. After that, you can import your bank statement. Okay, you can select, first you need to select the file type. Next, browse your file. You can select your file and you can click import file. Okay, after you import, system will display how many transactions you have imported. Now here, 4 rows successfully imported, 4 rows failed to import. If it is failed, you can view what is the reason by clicking this view import log. Okay. Right. These details you can view from this notepad. Right. Next, we will move to reconcile bank and credit cards. And also one more thing. Now, if you want to do a fund transfer, you can select transfer, and you can select your bank account, other bank account, and you can transfer. Now, when you are transferring account, this is the base account. So if you are transferring from this account, you are paying from this account, you can enter value under spend. And if you are receiving to this account, you can enter under received. Okay. Like that, you can enter fund transfers or bank transfers. Right. Next, we will move to reconcile bank and credit cards. First, you need to select your bank account. Then you can select from date and to date. Enter bank statement balance. To date, of course, it should be bank statement in date. And bank statement closing balance, you can enter here. So after that, system will display transaction in this period. So if it is transaction, this transaction in bank statement, you can tick that transaction. System will display reconcile previously, reconcile new, reconcile total, and if there's any difference, system will display the difference. So if you are correctly done your bank's reconciliation, this difference should be 0. Okay, if it is correctly done, this difference should be 0. After that, you can print your bank reconciliation and you can save your bank reconciliation. And one important thing now here, when you select from date to date, and system will display only this date range. Sometimes you may have unreconciled transaction before this period. So in that case, you can change that period. Now here, December 1st, from date we have entered December 1st. Sometimes there may be November transaction or November unreconciled transaction. In that case, you can change this from date as 1st November. Then all details, all transactions will display here. And if you want more period, you can change that period and you can view the transaction. Okay, and also now there's another option, display reconciled transaction. Now when you are if you untick this, system will display only unreconciled transactions. If you want to view reconciled transactions, you can tick this tick box. Then system will display reconciled transaction. Now you can see some transactions with reconciled ticks. Those are reconciled transaction. Now for an example, you will do your bank reconciliation. After that, without completing, you will save your bank reconciliation. So next time when you are open, if this tick box is unticked, system will display only unreconciled transactions. If you want to view reconciled transaction, you can tick this option and click yes. Then system will display reconciled transactions. After that, you can save. Okay. Right, when you are doing reconciliation, sometimes if you want, you can do part by part by change this date range, and also same date you don't want to complete the bank reconciliation. Later also, one day you can start and save. Next day also you can start this bank reconciliation, open this reconciliation, and you can complete the bank reconciliation. Next, we will move to reports. From here, list of banks and credit cards. You can view your bank and credit card transaction report or list. You can view name, category, active, and balance. Next, bank and credit card transactions. From here, you can view your bank and credit card transaction report. From date range, you can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, all transactions, so custom date. If you select custom date, you can set from date and to date. And if you want to view bank account, you can select that bank account, or if you don't select bank account, you can view your all bank accounts. Next category, you can select, or you can generate report by account category also. Now, if you want to view only current account, you can select current account. Like that, changing this category or bank account, you can generate the report. It's transaction type. From here, you can select this following transaction type, or if you want to view all transactions, you can select transaction type. Next, use foreign currency. If you want to view this report in bank currency, you can tick this option and you can view report. If you untick that option, system will display in home currency. Okay, like this, you can view report. You can view bank account name, opening balance, as at this date, transaction, closing balance, movement for the period. This report also you can export to PDF, Excel, CSV, or you can print or email. Right. Next, we will move to cash movement report. From here, you can view your cash movement report. You can select bank account category, and from under report option, you can select date range and view report. You can view balance brought forward, cash received, cash paid out, total transaction, and balance carried forward. You can view monthly wise. If you select yearly, we can select monthly also. Right. Like this, we can generate cash movement report. Next, we will move to cash flow report. You can select period, inflows, outflows, net, we can view. Okay, inflows, outflows, and net money in out we can view from this report. And also here also you can group by month, quarterly we will set. Right now you can view each quarterly inflows, outflows, and net in and out. Next, we can select bank accounts. You can select bank account categories. And if you want to include bank transfers, internal bank transfers, you can tick this include. And if you want to remove those transactions, you can untick. Next, you can view this report as summary report or detailed report. If you select detailed, I change to none. You can view that each account receipt or account payment detail account-wise report. Okay. Now, if you select summary, system will summarize account receipt, customer receipt, supplier payment, supplier account payment, like that system will summarize. Now, if you select detail, system will display sub accounts of that transaction. For an example, account payment, system will display advertising, bank charges, like that. Other GL accounts also will display. Right. Next, we will move to special. Now, when you are importing or when you enter your bank opening balances, sometimes later you will identify that entered amount is incorrect. In that case, you can change your bank opening balances by this special. Go to banking, special, select adjust bank and credit card opening balances. And from here, bank account, you can select your bank account. If that account has opening balance, system will display. And you can enter reason why you are changing. And you can enter the new opening balance. After that, you can save. Like that, you can change your bank and credit card opening balances. Okay, next we'll move to accounts. Now from these accounts, we can create our GL accounts. We can enter account name here and we can select the category. And select sales, cost of sales, income, other income, expenses, income tax, non-current assets, non-current liabilities, current liabilities, and owner's equity. And if tax available for those accounts, you can select tax account or tax type. And if you are implementing this for all companies, sometimes you may have opening balance. In that case, you can enter your opening balance amount and opening balance as at date. After that, you can save this GL account. Next, list of accounts. You can view your list of accounts from here. You can view account name, category, account description, balance. And there's another account type as item account. Now, if you are creating any item account, you can link that item account to your items. Okay, from here, you can link item accounts. So for these item accounts, you cannot transfer any journal entries or payments. It's only you can link for your item. If you link these item accounts to your items, it will automatically update your sales account, cost of sales, inventory, and inventory adjustment accounts. Right. Next, we will move to account reporting groups. From these account reporting groups, you can group your accounts. Now, for an example, if you want to group your expense account as administration expenses, marketing expenses, finance expenses, like that, you can group that account. Now, for an example, if you want to create depreciation account or depreciation group, you can tick these groups and click this icon, and you can enter that depreciation and save. Then those accounts under depreciation. When you are generating your report, the financial report, those accounts will group by from this group. Okay, I generate one report. Go to reports, financial statement, profit and loss report. Let's select yearly and view. Now you can see this administration expenses. Under that, you can view that other GL accounts. Here we have grouped these accounts under administration expenses. Therefore, when you are generating the report, system will display this group and GL accounts. And also, when you are generating this report, there's option reporting group detail. If you tick this detail, system will display this detailed report. If you select summary, if you untick this and refresh, system will display summarized report. Now here administration expenses only. Previously, when you are generating detailed report under administration expenses, you can view this electricity, telephone, traveling, wages, those expenses. However, when you are generating summary report, or if you untick this report group detail, you can view a summary report. Right. Now, sometimes you want to add another account to this group. In that case, you can tick that account and click this There are three options: add new report group, select account report group, or remove from account report group. If you want to add already created group, you can select second option, select account report group, and you can select which group you want to include them. Now we will add to administration expenses and save. Now you can see this discount allowed under administration expenses. Now again, if you want to remove from this group, you can tick that account, tick this icon, and you can tick this remove from account report group. Then now discount allowed, not under administration expenses. Okay, after you created groups, reporting groups, you can save this. Next, adjust account opening balances. From here, you can edit your opening balances. Okay, after you select your account, you can view that previous opening balance. If you want to change, you can enter reason why you are changing, and you can enter new opening balance. After that, you can save this new opening balance. Next, we will move to reports. From first one, account listing. From here, you can view your list of accounts. You can view name, category, active, description, and account balance. Next, we will move to account transaction report. Now from this account transaction report, you can view each account opening balance, transactions, and closing balance. Okay, you can view that opening balance as at this date, transaction, closing balance, and movement for the period. Now, for these reports, you can use for audits. Auditors will request account transaction report, GL account transaction report. In that case, you can select, you can generate this report, required period, required account, and you can generate this report 10, you can give to the auditors. And there's a option that sort by, you can sort by account name, or you can sort by financial category. Okay, if you select account, system will sort this account by ascending order. If you select financial category, it will sort by your financial category. You can view sales, income, cost of sales, like that system will display. This report also you can export to PDF, Excel, CSV, or you can print or email. Now we have completed accounts module. Next, we will move to accountants area. Okay, we will take a short break, and after that, we will continue. Okay, next we will move to accountants area. From here, we can add notes to our users. Next, we can enter journal entries. We can enter new journal entries here. We can select the date. Effect. From here, we can select debit or credit. And from account, we can select that GL account. We can enter reference, description. And we can select tax type, amount, and we can select credit account. Now, if you are entering debit account under account, that by affecting account is your credit account. Okay. After that, if you have any analysis code, you can select that analysis code. You can customize that analysis code from here. And after that, you can save this journal entry. Now, not like other system, most systems, you can enter debit account, or you can select debit account in one line and credit account in another line. But here, same line, you can enter debit and credit accounts. After that, you can save this journal entry. Next, we will move to recurring journal entries. Now, recurring journal entries, you can schedule your journal entries. You can enter template name. And after that, you can select your GL account. You can enter reference and description. You can enter amount. And by affecting account, you can select. After that, you can click this schedule tab and you can schedule your journal entry. Now here you can enter one time, daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. You can select that timing. We'll select monthly and we can set the date and 25th of every month, and or we can select last day of month. Last day of every month, you can system will process this transaction. And also you can set in date, you can set a date, or you can set after number of occurrences, or you can set by date. Now for an example, if you want to add this salary account till your next financial year, you can set that financial year in date and you can set. And also sometimes if you want to enter lease journal entry as a recurring journal entry, based on number of years, you can enter that. Now for an example, if you want to enter, if you are purchased a vehicle from a lease for 5 years, and you have 60 installment, you can enter 60 as occurrences. Okay, or else if you are entering any other transaction like depreciation, you can enter without no end date. Okay, here you can enter start date, and you have 3 options for in that recurring journal entry. After that, you can save this recurring journal entry. Okay. Now, one important thing in when you are entering journal entry, now even you enter journal entry here and save, this will not process to your GL accounts. This will process only after you reviewed this journal entry. Okay. Now there are 2 steps. First, you can enter transaction or enter journal entry. After that, you can review the journal entry. After reviewing only this this journal entry will process to your GL account. Okay, now you can, once you can enter and you can mark all as reviewed, then it will reviewed and it will go to your GL accounts. Or now for an example, if you have assistant, your assistant can enter transaction. After that, you can check and review those journal entry and you can review. Okay, now if you reviewed, now for an example, I'll take this journal entry and mark selected as review, then that journal entry will move to reviewed journals. Okay, you can select date range and you can view that journal entry. Okay, right. So even now, even you enter journal entry here, it will not debit or credit to your GL account. It will debit or credit only after you reviewed these journal entries. Right. Next, we will move to reports. From here, you can generate profit and loss report. You can select date range, monthly, quarterly, yearly, or custom date to all. And you can view the report. And also, if you want to filter by your departments or analysis code, you can filter by that analysis code. Or there's another option, analysis code, and you can select analysis code and you can view report. Then you can view your department-wise profitability report. You can view GL account name and uncategorized and department names and total. If you are not assigning any transaction to any department, it will go to uncategorized column. Okay, if you haven't allocated your income or you haven't selected your department when you enter transaction, it will display under uncategorized. And also when you are generating report now, if you select all from here, date range, and if you take this group by, you can group by yearly. Okay, then each yearly report you can view. And also if you select yearly, you can group by quarterly or monthly. You can view by monthly. And if you select quarterly, you can group by monthly. Right. Next, you can view or you can compare with last year, and you can compare with budget. First select compare with last year. Okay, you can view previous year this quarter and current year this quarter. Next, if you have budgets, you can tick budget and you can compare with your budget. And you can view budget variance. Next, if you want to view now here, when you are generating, it will not display decimal places. If you want to view decimal places, you can take this decimal value and refresh. And then system will display decimal values. And here you can tick this report group detail. System will display detailed report. Yeah, if you want, tick that report group detail and refresh. Then system will display summary report. Okay, next we will move to balance sheet report. You can generate your balance sheet report from this date and view report. And you can generate trial balance. Here also you can select date range. You can view closing balance or movement. You can compare with last year and you can generate the report. Next, you can view budget report. If you have budgets, you can create view budget report. Next, transaction report. You can view journal entries report. You can select GL accounts. You can select categories, account categories, and you can select date range and view journal entries report. Here you can view journal entry date, description, debit account, and credit account. Next, you can view opening balance and tax adjustments. Here you can view what are the opening balances you have entered. Next, audit trail. From this audit trail, you can view what are the transactions users has entered and date. If they have edited or deleted, you can view those details also. Now from here, event type, you can select created, updated, deleted, or price change. And if you want to view this display user, you can tick this display user. Then system will display that login email address. Next, system audit trail. From here, you can view what are the changes done for the system. Okay, previous audit trail is for transaction. This is for system, okay, such as user creation, price list update, other option changes, company detail changes. Those system audit trail you can view from this report. Next, accountant audit trail. And you can view user list. Next, you can view tax reports. You can generate input, output, input, and net payable. And tax adjustment, tax payments, you can view from this report. Next, stakeholders. You can create your stakeholders here by clicking at stakeholder. And you can enter your shareholders. Right. Next, we will move to reports. Now we have covered reports from each module. So next, we will move to company settings. Now we have completed that company settings. Next, we will move to asset module. Okay. From these assets, you can create your fixed asset by clicking add an asset. You can enter, or you can create your fixed asset. You can enter description, select category, or if you want, you can add categories from here. And you can select location, date purchase, serial number, brought from. You can enter purchase price, replacement value, and current value. Under user defined fields, you can enter additional details. And by clicking these notes, you can attach documents, or you can add notes to these assets. After that, you can save. Next, you can view list of assets from here. And you can create asset categories by clicking add category. You can create furniture and fittings, buildings, computer equipment, like that. You can create your asset categories. Next, asset locations. You can add location. If you have different locations or different departments, you can create from here. After that, you can link that location to your fixed asset. Next, asset reports. You can view your asset register from here. Okay, next we'll move to budgets. Now you can create budgets from company budgets and click add a budget. Okay, you can enter budget name. And you can select this budget for this year or next year. And there are two options. First one, create budget based on historical data. Second option, create your budget manually. Now, if you select first option, system will create a budget based on your previous data. And if you want to create budget manually, you can select second option and create budget. Right. Now, in this budget, you can enter your budget values. System will display number of that month or your period. We will create for next year. Right, you can view your GL accounts and period for this year. After that, you can enter your budget value. Like this, you can enter your budget values. For each period, you can enter, and for each account, you can enter. After that, you can view budget totals and GL account wise total you can view. Now, there are a few options you can view. Now, when you enter budget, there are two options: copy budget values for this account and copy budget value for all account. First, we will check this copy budget value for this account. You can click this option. After that, there are two options: copy this value across to each month going forward. If you copy that one, system will copy same value to all period. Next, if you select the second option, copy this value across to each month going forward, adjusting based on values at the same time. Now, you can increase or decrease your budget values, and you can every 2 months, quarterly, every month, you can change your budget values. You will select every quarter, and we will increase by 10% and copy now. Now you can see every quarter, every 3 months, that budget values has increased. If you want to decrease, you can select decrease, and by 10% it decrease. Now you can see, sorry, we need to select the occurrences. You select every 2 months. Decrease every 2 months by 10%. Now you can see every 2 months that values has decreased. Next option is copy budget values for all account. If you select this option, you can copy to all accounts, or if you want to adjust, you can select second option, and you can increase or decrease. We will increase, and we'll increase by every quarter by 25%. Now you can see every quarter system has increased that budget values. Every quarter it has increased. After that, you can save your budget. Next, you can view the list of budgets, and you can view your budget reports. Next, we will move to user task management. Now from here, you can assign any user tasks to your user. You can enter subject here and you can select the date and you can select the priority, low, normal, high, critical. You can select category, assign to, you can select your user and type. From here, you can select customer, supplier, item, select customer. From here, you can select and enter description. And if you want to notify assign via email, you can tick this option and you can save. Then from the system, there will be an alert to that user, and the user also can view their user task from user dashboard. After he completed, he can mark as complete, or the user can edit task. From here, you can add categories, can enter task name, and you can save. Right. Next, we will move to analysis codes. From here, you can create your analysis code. You can create 3 analysis code, and for each analysis code, you can create analysis categories. You can create unlimited analysis categories. After you create, you can tick this in use. By clicking this plus mark, you can add analysis categories. And if you want to remove any category, by clicking this red color button, you can remove. After that, you can save this analysis codes. After you create this analysis code, you can link this analysis code to any transaction. And also you can generate analysis code wise profitability report. Right. Next, we will move to import data. Okay. Now, you can create your customers, suppliers, inventory items from each module. You can go to create customers by go to customers and click add a customer. You can enter these details and you can save. However, if you have several hundreds of customers, when you create customers using this method, it will take long time. So therefore, you can import your customers, suppliers, inventory items, GL accounts, and you can import your assets and time tracking tasks. Okay, you can import these data or this master file, customers, customer categories, suppliers, supplier categories, items, item categories, assets, asset categories, asset locations, your GL accounts, time tracking task, and time tracking projects. Okay, first we will import customers. Now there are few easy methods. One is you can create one customer and you can export that customer. You go to export data, select customer and export data. After that, from your Excel sheet, or you can type or you can copy and paste that customer name, customer category, customer opening balances, opening balance sheet, that customer addresses, their contact details, price list, those details you can copy paste or type here and you can import to the system. Or else you can go to import and from here import data guide and templates. You can download that format and you can copy paste your data to those CSV file and you can import. Okay, now here, now after you complete that template, this template, here you can enter customer name, category, opening balance if available, and price list. Those details you can type or copy to this CSV file. After that, you can go to system, go to company, import data. From here, you can select customer, and from this CSV import file, you can click choose file, and you can select that CSV file and you can import to the system. Okay, now there's a tick box. My CSV import file contains column headings. If you have column headings, these headings, you can tick this option and you can click next. After that, you can import to the system. Okay, now you can view how many rows you imported successfully, and if it is any failed lines for customers, you can view from here. After that, you can click finish. Like that, you can import your master files. Now, if you want to import your suppliers, you can select supplier and you can import. Few important things when you import your data from CSV. Now, when you are importing customers, for an example, customers, before you import your customers, please import your customer categories. Now, without entering customer categories, if you import your customers, if that category not available in the system will not take this, or system will not import those lines. Okay, therefore before you enter or before you import customers, please import customer category. Same way, before you enter or before you import suppliers, please import supplier categories. And before you import items, please import your item categories. And before import assets, please import asset categories and asset locations. Right. Next, when you are importing this CSV file, except date fields, all other fields should be in general format. Okay. All other values should be in general format, except date for date column. All columns should be in general format. And also, before you import your data, please check whether is there any double spaces. If you have any double spaces, please change to single space. Okay. If there's any double space, it will not import to the system. Okay. We will check one. Delete these details, and we will enter 2 spaces here. We will enter 1 and save. And close. We'll go to customer and import customers, select file and click next. Click next. Right now you can see one cross failed to import. So these details you can view from view import log file. And importing of row 2 failed due to the following criteria not being met. Customer name not contain double spaces. So if they are saying double spaces, please change to single space. Okay. And also, if you have duplicate values, please change that duplicate values. You can by formula or from conditional formatting, you can view is there any duplicate values. So you can change that duplicate values. You can check duplicate values for customer name, supplier name, assets, GL accounts. And if there's any duplicate values, please change. Right. Those are the important things when you import your data. Next, we will move to export data. If you want to export your data, you can select that data type and you can export your data. If you want to export customer list, you can select customer and export data. And also you can, if you want, you can generate your customer list from this list of customers. And from this here also, list of customers also, you can export your customer list. Okay, next we will move to how to enter opening balances. Now, one option is when you are creating your GL accounts, you can enter opening balance under here, or you can go to company, select opening balances, and you can set opening balance as a date, and you can enter your opening balance. When you correctly enter your opening balances, this difference should be 0. After that, you can update. And if you have entered your customer, supplier, item opening balances, it will update here. And if you want to change, you can change from here. By clicking the add customer, you can change that customer balances. Right. Like that, you can enter your opening balances. Okay, and also when you are importing your documents, you can import that values with opening balances. Now, when you enter customer opening balances, you can enter with opening balance. Right. Next, we will move to administration. You can create new users by manage user and click add user. After that, you can enter user first name, last name, email address, and you can save. If you want, you can enter telephone and mobile number, and you can save. Next, we will move to user control access. Go to administration, control user access, and here you can view your list of users and users in this company. If you want to add more users, you can drag and drop to here, and you can give permissions by clicking this permission. System will display all modules. Now, if you want to allow these modules, you can tick. If you want to remove, you can untick this option. And also, this also has, you can click this plus mark and drill down, and each section you can give permission by ticking, or if you want to remove, you can untick this option. Okay. Now, for an example, if you want to allow this user only customer and you want to remove suppliers from this, you can untick this option. And also customers also, you can create customers, and for invoices, you can allow copy invoice or add or copy customer invoice, edit customer invoice, edit customer tax invoice after printed, view customer tax invoices, view GP on invoices codes. So these permissions you can give by ticking this allow tick box. If you want to remove, you can untick. Okay. After that, you can save. And also, if you want to block that editing tax invoices, you can untick this option. Okay. So then authorized person only can edit these tax invoices. Like that, you can give permissions to your users. After that, you can save. Okay, now we have completed our all modules, and now you can generate reports from this each report module. And in addition to that, there's an advanced module for reporting, accounting, intelligence reporting. You can design your reports from this module. You can design your financial reports from this module. And you can enter your username and password. You can select your country and click sign in. You can select your company and click load. Then that company data will load. After that, there are several standard reports, and if you want to create reports yourself, you can create. So there are reports for balance sheet and profit and loss report and other financial management pack. These details are available. So by clicking this run report, you can run the report, and you can select company. And you can select the year. If you have any budget code, you can select budget code and run the report. Then you can view this dashboard. Business performance analysis or ratios, you can view. Revenue analysis, cumulative revenue, trend analysis, you can view from this report. And financial dashboard you can view, and financial management pack. You can enter company name, year, budget code, and you can run the report. Can view cover page, balance sheet, profit and loss report. You can view actual budget prior year. These details you can view. You can view cover page, balance sheet, profit and loss report. Those details you can view. And also you can export to Excel. Right. So there are several standard reports you can generate. In addition to that, if you want to design, you can design yourselves. By clicking this plus mark, create report, you can create your report. And enter report name. And you can enter report description, and you can select file location, and you can create. Okay, now from here you can add columns, add quick columns, and you can add rows, and you can change these columns. Column names you can change. Then you can change amount or calculations. From amount type, you can view actual year, budget year to date, opening balance, closing balance. Those amount type you can select. And if you are giving any calculation, you can select this calculation, and you can select period. Like that, you can change or you can calculate. After that, you can save this report. Right? Like that, you can create your reports. Okay, like that, you can generate report. Furthermore, you can design your layouts. You can design these customer layouts and supplier layouts. This layout you can design. You can download that report layout designer from company settings. Go to change company settings, document and statements, invoice and statement layout, and by clicking here, you can download your layout designer. After you download, you can run that layout designer. We will run that report, layout designer. Okay, this is a layout designer. You can enter your email address. And you can enter your password. Okay, you can log into the system and you can select which document you are going to design. You can select quotes, sales orders, tax invoices, credit notes, customer statements, purchase orders, supply invoice, supply returns, supplier statements, and delivery note. Now, if you are designing tax invoices, you can select tax invoices and you can select, you can view, there are default uh, layouts. So you can copy that layout. You can select one layout and click design. Right. Now default layouts you cannot edit, therefore you can rename this layout. Go to file and save as. You can enter name, and you can save. After that you can design. You can change this. After you change, you can view that report name available. You can edit this company logo. You can change these formats, and you can drag and drop other fields, tax amount, and you can design here. Okay, and also you can give calculations like that. You can design your report layouts. After that you can save, and that designed layout you can set to your tax invoice format. From here you can set. Okay, so this layout designing and report designing in our advanced course. So from that advanced course, to joining that advanced course, you can design these report layouts. Okay, right now we have completed our certificate course. So if you have any questions, you can contact us. So thank you very much for your participation. Okay, thank you very much.